Hello everyone, I am OracleUnicorn, and how are y'all? I'm back. As long as everything keeps going great. Welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to check your moon, rising, and Venus signs checking your zodiac on my Facebook page, OracleUnicorn, #OracleUnicorn. I have been taking a break. I've had some kind of like inner tower moments and downloads going on, so I am still working on those zodiacs, okay? Because I don't know, I did Scorpio, and then right before I hit Aquarius, and Aquarius is my sun, my sun sign, and it just it's like, nope, you're gonna go through a few things before you start seeing certain things that's happening in your own zodiac. So I was like, okay, well, here we go. Let's have fun. So, collective for my feminines. This is general reading for my feminines. And then I'm going to be doing a masculine today. And then probably only one zodiac. All right. So, okay. So, let's see. Feminines. My feminines here. Let's see. What messages or advice do we have for our feminines? Okay, well, nothing's going to stop you, feminine. There's a lot of amazing things coming in. A lot of new fiery inspiration. I mean, this is 37. This is 3 into 33, okay? So there's some sort of exchanging of gifts. There's going to be an energy of a mentoring type thing. This could be involving work. Someone's going to help you to mentor through your work and bring more into your work, help you to be able to expand your work, and nothing's going to stop this. And seeing your inner beauty and inspiration and joyful muse, okay? A lot of inspiration and just ideas. Oh my. Okay. All right. Put that there. Okay. Feminines, you're definitely moving out of stagnation. Something is happening to where you're just, I mean, oh, yes, perfect storm. Yes, feminines, you got perfect storm. All right. With opportunity. I was like, feminines, we've got to see this card. It's like one of my favorite cards. I love it. It's so pretty. It's like a caterpillar cat. Caterpillar. It's so cool. So, opportunity. You're moving out of stagnation. There's an invitation coming in from the universe about opportunity. There's an opportunity in your next experience. Balance. You're lightening up. You are coming into very beautiful, extreme balance. You are evolving into your next experience, your next step towards your personal legacy. All right, there is a time to replenish. So there's this balancing act I feel going on when it comes to not diminishing too much of yourself, allowing yourself to have rest and push things out. Because like maybe for me, for instance, it seems like it would seem on, I would say, and how I would think, on y'all's end, like I'm extremely, extremely busy. And for me, kind of not really. I am, but I'm not out doing things. I'm like laying in the bed talking to myself. So like going, okay, what's going on here? Why am I not wanting to get up? Why am I feeling so torn down? So I communicate with myself. And this is that paying attention to replenishing, even if you're not, feel like you're dry, it's still good to keep replenishing because you don't want to give until you're completely dry, and then it takes more time to replenish. Yeah, and there's a real revelation in this, an unpresented experience. So not only is this going into the next experience, this is an unpresented experience. It's a really good news and herald of change, because this is the horseman. So there's good news coming in, and it's a herald of change, good news. There's an energy of caution. I feel it's with yourself and your work. Okay. You just want to make sure, your baby is going to stay within being your baby. No one's going to try to take it or change it completely into completely different elements. Like, yeah, this is why a lot of you feminines had to work with your boundaries, because the fact that, someone's going to come in and help you with your work, but you have to know where your boundary is when it comes to your work. Like, you don't mind some of these things being changed, but this is a for real no, don't change. Or like where your sellout boundaries are. Okay. You have been working well into it, even if it didn't give you good enough finances. You've been well working into it, knowing what you do not want to change and what you do want to change, or wouldn't mind changing, really, or would be excited to bring more in, especially if you see in your heart it will add to your project. Okay, don't let anyone put anything in your mind that you feel would just not work out right for you for your project. Okay, don't let anyone try to control you with your project and then kind of underscoot it out from you. Okay, careful with that. But I mean, this is why I feel there's caution, but don't be over cautious, because then that's allowing fear to hold you back. Just be very aware. Look at every little kind of details, because this is your baby, this is your project. It's moving out of stagnation. This is good. It's bringing more expansion. This is what you've been preparing for, but definitely keep in mind, you don't have to change too much of yourself. All that the universe is helping you to do is to reach more people. Okay. You've already practiced getting it down. You've already practiced getting it its own structure and foundation perfect. Whether it's, whether you want to add things to the video or not, it's the content or the project. I don't know what, maybe I said video because of me and it's feminine energy, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Some of you, it is with your videos, you just paid attention to the content and knew that the video aspect of things will come in later. That it was more beneficial to put your energy into the content than it is trying to be perfect about it, So yes, this is this positive outcome, clarity in this positive outcome. All right. Some of you, there's some sort of like message or change coming in that is also involved when it comes to your work and finances, but this could be love too. All right. Yeah, because we have the Garden of Venus, rest and renewal, with being a vessel and teachable. This person, okay, feminines. We're in feminines. All right, this is going to be easy. Okay, you are surrendering. Oh, wow, this is the same exact layout I've gotten. Wow, actually, yes, feminines. This is like damn near the same exact layout I keep getting for myself. Okay, keep, the experience and the balance and lightening yourself up towards the next experience. Little baby ones into the bigger one, okay? Definitely doing great with paying attention to not allowing your energy to be completely diminished. Doing very good at balancing the replenishment of that. And keeping clarity, okay, staying in your strength, not allowing anything to stop you, hinder you. You're going to just cut it right out. All right. You're just like, you're just yeah, you are there for it, but you have a lot of collaboration, helping hands. Some of you, you're going to be coming into a union with someone very specific, and there's going to be a transferring of gifts, heart-to-heart conversation. Some of you, this is just definitely being a benefactor involving when it comes to your work and finances, contracts and whatnot, okay? And a mentoring energy when it comes to these contracts. And with inspiration, muse, there's something about this inspiration and muse. Some of you, this is your masculine looking at you like this, and they're just they are right there being able to like come towards you because of this being an unmarked trail and this being the next experience. Some of you, this is definitely the next experience in your work. Some of you, this is the opportunity and next experience in love because of your person coming out of stagnation. So you may be coming out of stagnation when it comes to feminines, when it comes to your work. Feminines, when it comes to your masculine, I mean, however, it resonates. You're coming out of stagnation when it comes to work. Your masculine's coming out of stagnation when it comes to heartfelt intentions. This illumination of their heart, being released for some of them. Some of them, they're finally having some sort of conclusion in a contract that makes them feel like they have the freedom to move forward. And that's where I'm seeing this energy in, especially with it being like, the Garden of Venus. So if your masculine is being like released out of their own like karmic captivity energy, they're entering into a teachable lesson of humility, and being a vessel of allowing themselves to open up into being a vessel of love. This hollow like music, like they're opening and being able to sing out their song, their soul song. I mean, this is gorgeous. That's just amazing. The Garden of Love, Garden of Venus, but yeah. And then you have that's so cool. What, hollow bone, teachable, humility, being a vessel. So I feel the masculines are going to end up in an energy. I feel they've already been in themselves an energy of humility for half of them. Okay. Especially they're going to know who they are. Yeah, go figure, huh? Okay. So, but there's this, I mean, yeah, it's you and them. There's some sort of tower moment energy here. So feminines, you're also going through a tower aspect, but it's not as it's not as like enhanced or tearing down as the masculines. The masculines tore down a lot. This one, it's almost like this is the fallen angel, but it's almost like you're rising up from the ashes, actually. Like, this is the tower of what you were going through, hello, nice to see you. Oh, I don't do personal readings on my live feed. I am so sorry. But if you would like a personal reading, for the information for that is in the description box below, because I guess it gets too personal. I don't like doing that. All right. So, so it's like for you feminines, I feel it's like you have already gone through the energy of feeling like, in a sense, you fell from grace. Now you're rising up out of the pits of hell, kind of thing. Like, you fell into this hell in your own reality and sat. It's like, how do I feel? Like, I feel like you sat there and burned, but read. You read. This could be for some very high spiritual people. You read the fire. You read the energies of the fire. You literally sat there and was like, okay, so obviously I fell down here for some reason, and I'm going to get out of this. I'm not going to let this freaking crap eat me alive, even if I'm falling into a crap load of tears. So that's where I feel this energy is coming from. And you're exiting out of this. So that's why I feel you're reaching up and climbing out the pits of hell, because it's like you fell into them. You're climbing out of them to no longer like this. It's like the ground closes behind you. Like you will no longer fall in that again, because you have this extreme, beautiful opening and awareness about why you would never fall that way again, because you're just your soul, your mentality, and your emotions understand more now. So that's how you're nice to you. That's how you know that, like, oh man, now I lost it. Okay, it's closing up, and that's how you know you're not going to fall back, because you're seeing the cycles and the connectivity in your brain and the lessons coming back around, kind of like a Ouroboros kind of mouth connected to tail. It's concluded. You feel it, you see it, and you know you're going into the next experience. You will never fall back into that gate again, because you just know way too much for it to ever happen. You see how 5 steps ahead where it would take you. Okay, so that's this understanding and completion and connectivity and liberation and surrender. Like that's that trust in being able to surrender, because you just know you're not going to fall that far again. I mean, you can trust, and you may falter in a sense of rough things may happen, but it's going to be, you're going to handle it a lot differently. You're going to ask the situation questions than to go, well, that's just not cool. That's not fair. Da 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 da. That's ridiculous. You know, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to okay, no. We're growing out of that. So this is your higher calling in this sense, because it's right there. One of the meanings for that one is higher calling and liberation of oneself out of this grief and mourning. So being able to do that. So you're really understanding how to be able to have that balance of allowing yourself grief and then pulling yourself out of the grief. Okay. So I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, yes, that does help out a whole lot. Allowing yourself to definitely, even if it's, some people will go through it for a few days. I've gone through it for a week before, where I would have to, throughout the day, allow myself to just crash into like whatever emotional vulnerability I'm going through, and then talk myself up and, you know, draw myself up or put on anime myself out of it. You know, like, yes, I can fall into it, but then now I have to find things to pull myself out of it, or just slowly talk myself up, and everything's going to be okay. But that releasing helps a heck of a lot. And I feel that's the jewels within the web here that you're finding. And so really honoring and it's like having this gratitude for the silver lining in every situation, no matter how bad it's like, even if it's extremely bad, you're going to be like, wow, okay, yeah, this is going to have one bombing lesson. And I've even been talking to someone about, you know, when it comes to triggers, I actually start really enjoying the triggers. I don't go looking for them, but when they come in and it starts to happen, I enjoy it, because then I'm like, okay, what level of healing? I'm sitting here quiet, like listening to my body. Where does it get triggered? Where do I feel the energy? Do I feel it all over my body, where it's just like, oh, this is a little off energy? Or do I feel it in my soul? Like I can tell straight off the rip jealousy energy, because it doesn't trigger my heart. It really doesn't trigger in my solar plexus, but it triggers all over my body, and it's like this shaky feeling. It's so weird. And so you really start to be able to feel that, and with those different triggers and learning your different triggers, you really can tell what vibrations are going to be coming towards you when it comes to specific situations, but to flow through that, not to try to figure it out, because I have done that. Trying to figure out does not really work very well, because then you kind of fall into a rabbit hole of it. So you kind of pay attention to it and then go, okay, and watch and observe. And then when the situation kind of pulls at you to make some sort of decision or action upon something, then you know in yourself you can, and you more than likely will, usually always do, especially when you don't have much of an awareness. We always really end up, doing things like that. So, okay. All right, feminines, let's start getting into clarification. That's just a little loud. Okay. You know what? I'm going to get these, my fake cards. Let's see what y'all got for us. Oh no. Oh, okay. New perspectives. Someone's going to be showing their butt. Like, that's what I see this as, like someone showing their butt. And nothing's going to stop you. But having new, like revelations, understandings being revealed, gifts, some of you, it's your psychic's gifts being supported by your spiritual team in the universe, showing you a lot of these things and giving you more inspiration and muse, order and direction and moving forward. Yes, good job, feminines. Yep, you will be the benefactor of moving forward. Oh my, and you are a very strong green woman, I tell you what. Inspiration. You are just a very strong inspiration. This looks like you're a huge muse for people. Like, wow. There's this replenishing of sense of wonder and wise woman energy. Wow, this is an interesting balance. That's a very interesting balance, feminine. And some of you, there's time to a sense of replenishing affection energy sometime, some of you, when it comes to involving kids without judgment. There's a movement of shifting, involving children. And then there's a second look again. There's a second look. And someone reveals this. There's going to be a second look, and someone feels this happening in their intuition. And that's why you're taking this balancing act. And the wheel, or the turn of, there's a turn of fortune, and there's a right timing in this. There's a very specific timing in this. This is very important. Very, very important chain of events that's about to unfold. I feel this is why it was unpresented, unmarked trail. It was an unmarked trail being revealed. Into the herald of change, a huge change. Endless possibilities, a sense of wonder, first love, self-criticism, obstruction, going for it. This looks like a masculine is coming out of self-criticism and going towards an opportunity. Oh, wow. It looks like a masculine is going to be coming out of manipulation. Some of you feminines are an illusion. Some of you feminines are going to come out of an illusion, have extreme clarity about some sort of decision with your masculine and taking action. Some of you, if this is involving work, you two have kind of like the same mind in this project, and both of you are going to work through some sort of manipulation energy or needs more effort. There's going to be more work put into things. And see, this just feels like recognition of clear sight, recognition of someone's gifts over this humility card. recognition of someone's clear sight, gifts, understanding, balance and rest and renewal, strong wisdom, very strong wisdom. There's self-deceit when it comes to love. Clearing out whitewashing. There is a clearing out of whitewashing energy for a lot of you feminines. Yep, recreating being you. Because of the wisdom obtained. There's a fearful anticipation when it comes to your masculine and entering into their greater calling. They're afraid of lack of forgiveness here, that you're letting go. But there's this lighten up, misrule, mischief. Oh, because of the mischief they have caused in the connection. Oh, damn. And so we get eternal masculine right on top of that. It's like, yeah, if like the spirits couldn't be like, oh yeah, this is the masculine for sure. Like feminine, yeah, you're seeing it right. Okay, so what about this balancing act? What lightens you up and this energy of legacy here? So we have putting work into a bond with new perspectives, understanding, and profound change, about scattered attention, reassessment in one's priorities, and listening with clarity and appropriate meaning. No longer jumping to any more conclusions and surrendering into trust and the transition out of stagnation into a new direction, an opportunity. Yeah, that looks like there's going to be some sort of leap of faith for a quarter, half of you feminine. A quarter of you, it's in love, and the other quarter, it's in work, and there's a sliver of y'all, it's in both. Work and love. Like, it's tied together. It's like the ultimate gift. Those are for very heightened, like you spend a lot of your days and times working in the spiritual path, okay? And those ones have that fine line right there. And if you don't receive that or see that coming in the next few weeks, it'll probably be a few months from now then, depending on your cycle and where you are at in your journey. Don't try to speed it up, because then you'll miss things. You'll miss important pieces to the puzzle, okay? Wow, yeah, like total transformation. Oh my goodness. This is soul completion. Like, some of you, I mean, if you're that fine line person, some of you like went through some serious soul retrieval. You've went through some serious, like crazy, like combustion of a lot of this, because we have soul loss and we have soul compass, which is finding the way home, trusting intuition, and getting back to integrity. But in a sense, it has like a soul loss, like your soul's looking for its pieces. And then the cosmic web, the pure intent of the feminine. That's impressive, feminines. Very impressive. That's really cool. Wow. Yep, keeping a clear mind. This opportunity is very, very beautiful. You will receive an invitation to act, okay? To act and moving out of there's some like blocks in certain areas that as this happens, but just keep your focus towards it. Keep working over these obstacles that may come in, because like this is definitely, in a sense, like it weaved in your web of life, to just keep doing what you've been doing, working through these obstacles that come in, these like, why do I feel like I have a wall here and I feel like I should be getting past this wall? Easy with yourself. Maybe take some time being like, okay, we're just Good. We are right on the right track. We're right in the right time. So I don't need to rush too much. And you will receive the invitation to act now. It's tied to some sort of surprise. This could the little card in my head that's coming out, and it's because I made a new thingy because I stopped drinking coffee because it was just tearing up my freaking intestines. Like, oh man, it was tearing it up so bad, like it would hurt. And I was like, all right, guess I'm done with coffee. So now I just drink a lot of tea. Drink a lot of tea. Oh, and I kept getting the card, the little thingy. And this says, uncage your heart, free your heart, and let it be wild, okay? But there was another one. There was like 4 of that one. And I asked my son to just throw it away because it just, there's so many of those. Yes, I found it. Okay, feminines. Sometimes a perfect blessing will arrive in the disguise of a mischievous intruder. So I found that interesting. And the fact that I got 2 of these this morning and 1 of these yesterday. So I feel like that's very prominent in my life right now. There's some sort of like interesting surprise with this. So just get through the confusion or the work through like keeping balance in your emotions as to information that may come out, because this blessing is possibly disguised as a mischievous intruder. Okay, and as you've seen in the last like 6 months, we've had the 7 of Swords out in our board, especially for the masculine. So yeah, some of you feminines, your masculine's possibly going to come into your life kind of disguised as a intruder, and it's not what it seems. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm making a mess. I have so many of these little things because I put my fortune cookies in here too. So I'm gonna put that one. Okay. All right, feminines. See, you got it again. Sometimes a perfect blessing will arrive in the disguise of a mischievous intruder. An attitude of gratitude brings opportunity. Go for it. You never know whom you might run into. So whatever this opportunity is, or invitation, or this invite is, it's saying to, definitely go for it. Surrender and trust it. Trust the transition. The best thing about growing older is that it takes such a long time. You can only be happy when you are in the process of achieving a goal. Okay, over and tied to and connected to this moving out of stagnation, be fearless. Know that all will be provided at the right time. And I ended up putting uncage your heart and free your heart and let it be wild over the child, and pure joy, without judgment, and allowing a sense of wonder. Oh, wow. 2. Wow. That's 2 of them. 2 of them over moving out of stagnation, to be fearless and know that all will be provided at the right time. Literally 2 of them. And they're both on top of this card, moving out of stagnation. All right, feminines, it is coming. There. Yeah, same exact ones. Right on the same exact card. One of them was upside down, the other one was right side up. So I was like, okay. The greatest wisdom is seeing through appearances. Wow, that's cool, because that was over new perspective and nothing can stop you. An Ace of Swords, the truth. The greatest wisdom is seeing through appearances. That's cool. All right, so what we have over here, internal dialogue, recreation of yourself, clear sight, feminine, and wisdom. But tied to this making an effort and manipulation, clarity is do not underestimate yourself. Human beings have unlimited potential. So positive outcomes, trusting positive outcomes, clarity, knowing you have clarity and positive outcomes, you will receive a positive outcome. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. That was so good. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Oh, wow. Here's another surprise card. And it's just kind of sticking out here at the bottom, feminines. And it's right here. Unexpected surprise of courtesy and someone taking down their mask. All right. Revealing themselves. And the art of love. And Call of the Fae. That's like they. Wow. All right. It looks like the masculine may be coming out with some secrets, understanding in certain things within themselves. This may take a little more time though, because it seems like there's certain things that's needing to be just kind of like gotten through, and the feminine is just you're just kind of moving forward toward with your work. And I mean the masculine is too. I mean there's this letting go, coming out of mischief energy. There's some sort of lack of forgiveness in the past, but it seems to like it's lightening up type of energy here. This is rooted in jealousy. There's a gathering being called when it comes to a vision quest relating to soul retrieval, ceremonial soul retrieval of the heart because of someone being lost in the ghosts, cleansing the pain, transmuting, cleansing of the pain with the Earth Keeper, someone that's an Earth Keeper that's been whitewashing. Lower world, you're taking them into the lower world. You're going to be the witness of a lot of these things. And the messenger. Okay. Feminines, you're going to be a messenger. Yep, it's part of cause and effect energy. Yeah, and that's why I feel the feminines were the most confused. Clouded, shrouded, just had to really kind of trust as they kind of like put their hands out to feel, make sure they don't run into anything. Yeah, that's what it feels like y'all were doing, feminines. But you received your messages. You did very good at, seeing through this owl energy here and the magic to be able to see through. Feminines. What else? What else can I do for y'all? I just feel like, you're just kind of, nurturing yourself till this opportunity comes in. You've done everything you really could do right now besides just nurture yourself, spoil yourself a little bit. Why not? Doesn't feel like you really need much of anything to go through. This is all on the masculine side. Oddly enough, there's some of you, especially with dealings with a kid, you could be 5D weird. There's something about you're connecting with your child in the, I'm gonna go ahead and say, astral planes, and helping them with their soul retrieval before too much is too much is done. Okay. Thank you. Oh man, I get distracted over comments. But I love them. So definitely, I love y'all's comments. Thank you. I'm sorry that I get way too distracted way too easily. So I try to stay focused. Okay. So there is definitely a clearing when it comes to someone that is noticing soul retrieval needing when it comes to a kid. Okay. And their heart. There's like this lack of love energy. Okay. Yeah, I see that. That's for a very sliver of you, but there's a gathering of a child's soul retrieval because of certain things they went through. And the art of love, using the art of love to be able to do this. Okay. You don't have to, go too much or have them do like a meditative shaman journey. You really don't have to do all that. You just kind of like spend time with them, talk to them, allow them to be able to like express maybe what they went through. Are you okay? Is there anything that bothers you? What do you see in your dreams type of thing? It's like kind of psychoanalyzing without being an adult psychoanalyzer. You're just kind of like you're playing and I feel like some of you are going to be triggering a little bit, but just to see where the triggering is going to happen for the kid. Okay. And you're just gonna know how to be able to rise the child's vibration and bring those soul pieces back. That is unbelievable. Okay, so I'm gonna move on from that. Okay, so these are my Zolar cards. I love these cards. So they get pretty dang specific. So let's see what comes out. What about this opportunity? What can you tell us? What would you like to tell us about this opportunity? Here. Oh my gosh, it denotes of love and sympathy, affections and favors. Oh, look at that. Okay, what about this perfect storm? Surprise? The invite? Invite for what? A costly gift. Oh, see. All right, feminines. This says a perfect storm is going to be influenced or associated with, and it's a happy surprise, moving out of stagnation, and with a large amount of money or a costly gift, influence, and associated with a dark man under 40. Okay, so the lower world promises this energy. It's influenced and associated with a medium light lady. Okay, witness, profound change, a light complected man over 40. Denotes business worries, setbacks, and difficulties. It's a message, a transition. Oh, it's a transition out of setbacks and difficulties. Oh, that's cool. So for some of you feminines, this profound change is definitely looking like with work, but also a happy surprise when it comes to love. Okay, so that is definitely for sure. Now, if you see that this dark man under 40 is not really your love, this could be your work, like a happy surprise with work, and this light complected man could be your love, or this is collaboration and work with these two people. Okay, however it really fits your heart, like, oh, okay, yeah, I totally see where that's going to be coming from. Okay, but don't take it like it's the ultimate truth. It's just one of the many possibilities. Okay, and it could come from a different area in your life, even though this is saying this specifically, but this is a general reading. You never know. That's why we get personal readings, personally to your specific energy. So with these setbacks, difficulties, this fallen angel energy, yeah, falling unconscious. Oh, we didn't open this one, did we? Unlimited potentials. Yes, we did. Miss. Okay, so fallen angel energy. This is with a medium light man over 40. Oh, this is light complected. This is a medium light man. So their energy could be very much, they are a light, higher, heightened, vibrational person. You definitely have 3 males involved in this so far. Okay, what about this down here? What can you tell me about here? Sure to happen. Fearful anticipation and moving forward, liberating oneself. So this is the masculine. Sure to happen. Influence and associated with a dark man over 40. News of a wedding, a marriage card. Denotes anxieties and uncertainties. Inheritance or receipt of money from an unexpected source. What about the gatherer of new perspectives? Pertains to home. Moving forward, it's a wish come true out of stagnation or being held back from where one wants to truly go. See the green woman and vision quest, influence and associated with light blonde man under 40. Okay, interesting. Denotes this pleasant surprise, this childlike sense of wonder. So this is a pleasant surprise, favors and assistance, and soul retrieval, replenishing. Okay, so some of you are going to be working in helping someone in their specific soul retrieval, and it's not a child. It will be someone coming to you for soul retrieval, and understandings. Yeah, you're going to go to you're going to the lower world with this person. Wow. I'm either connecting into my own damn energy or connecting into a heavy shaman out there. Tell you what. Yeah, especially heart of the sky. Like, oh my goodness. You have a very galactic heart, okay? Like galactic. Like holy cow. It's like so galactic. Your heart hears the calls and pains of people's prayers. Yeah, it's that strong. You hear people's prayers or call outs. And it's funny because I remember about 5-6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I saw pictures of a certain person. It wasn't like I went looking for it. It was brought to my attention. But I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I know what that energy is like. I know that feeling. They're calling out and they're calling out hard. Like, I was like, I was like, that's rough. Yeah, like calling out hard. Like I could see it all in the picture. And it wasn't something that was prominent or aware or like easy to see. It was easy to see for me because it was like, I don't know, I just can naturally see beyond certain things like that. And it was like, I looked at it and I was like, well, I need to stop looking at it because it was like, I could just feel the gut-wrenching, just soul-sucking pain and coldness falling in, and this person like energy-wise literally reaching out to like the spiritual world in need. And it wasn't like a picture of them doing that, you know, it was just a regular natural picture, and it was interesting. And some of you, I feel you're going to like, that's what you hear, and those are the things you see, and that's why some of the people, you go up to them and they're fucking freaked the fuck out, and excuse my language, but like, dang. Okay, so this denotes pleasant surprise, affections, and love affairs when it comes to soul retrieval. And then the middle world, this is the Akkadian cross, or the Shakana, the Shakana. The area where the shaman stands to enter into the upper world or the lower world. And the lower world is where soul retrieval happens. And this is associated with a dark man under 40, or a medium dark man under 40, and endless possibilities of. And the heart of the sky, obstruction, going for it, herald of change. And this is influenced and associated with a medium light man under 40, and you will receive a message or letter about this. And then we have the ghost dance, clear sight, cleansing. This denotes business worries and personal reverse, influence and associated with the medium dark man over 40, and being you an earth keeper. And this is future hopes, ambitions, plans, and love affair. This is no longer whitewashing, and this is influenced with a medium dark lady. And when it comes to this inheritance or receipt of money, it denotes disappointments or delays in plans. And then drastic action. Drastic action, influence, and associated with the dark lady, okay? And this is over masculine, about slander, gossip, and yeah, stuff like that. You had like 3 blacks under here, okay? So I know we have some cross-watching masculines out there. Gossip and slander. This masculine is going to come towards their feminine and let them know about troubles, gossip, and slander. And this is influence or associated with a light blonde lady. So yeah. News of a death or serious illness and disappointments. Ooh. Okay. Some of you, this was involving a family member, and you're about to get wind and a message about this information. But some of you, this is your internal masculine, and there's news about a marriage or a divorce. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you, there could be news about them, your person getting a divorce. And there's some worries and whatnot about, the finances in this, which would be the disappointments and delays. But then looks like a release of that, because then there's drastic action, taking action whether or not. And these are very much sideways. So this is a decision that could be made. This looks like this is happening, but this is in waiting. And don't underestimate yourself. Human beings have unlimited potential. Feminines. Is there anything else I can get for y'all? Let's see. You want to see what your person would say? Let's see what your person want to tell you. Yeah, this one too. I'll get this one too. Oh, sorry for those with headphones. Okay, what would this feminine's masculine like to say to them? You already know. Alpha, the wisest, growing into the wisest. Someone is lying. Denotes pleasant surprise, soul retrieval energy. affections and love affairs. Someone is lying. Tiger, when it comes to this medium dark man under 40. Unmarked path. Strength through this unmarked path. Okay. Pink. Challenge, obstruction, self-criticism. And pink for Cancer. I actually think it's breast cancer. You will receive a letter relating to something about pink energy. And it's the herald of change. A letter. You will receive a letter about clarity, positive outcome. The letter, this could be influenced or associated with the medium dark man over 40 and about personal reverses. And then we have future hopes, ambitions, love affairs, this earth keeper, them recreating or re-remembering themselves, and this recognition and wisdom. It is the person you're thinking of right now. Owl. Wow. Owl on top of owl. This feels very much masculine. Fox. They all sneaky. I feel like they had to. They were forced to. For like some of you that are dealing with the masculine that, you know, they're dealing. Yeah. Okay. So yes, there is a need for caution, strength, because we do have this. I made a dragon card and wow, someone is cursing you. Holy crap. And you know what I started doing? I literally started like kind of just as an extra energy boost. It's even in, you can do this with your masculine's energy too, feminines. You can go into those mantras, and I listened, they're like Hindu mantras. About like, it's like curse deterioration or whatnot, meditations on YouTube. And I really like them because they do mantras of the deities, and the deities' energies is what, you know, helps in this guard with yourself. But if you really don't have belief into it, I mean, it lacks the power. And if you have belief, and extreme belief over someone really cursing you, they're just going to have power over that. You will be going through a lot of harsh issues, but they want you to know thank you, because you have helped them a lot when it comes to possibly this curse, because this thank you is like really right there with the curse, and it's over this fallen angel energy. So there could have been an element of the energies of this curse was able to take certain effects, and I felt that was allowed be in for a very specific lesson on the masculine side, a very specific lesson on your side, feminines, and a very specific lesson when it comes to the karmic. Okay, the karmic and possibly with the lessons that are for some of you feminines, it's your karmic dynamic masculine doing this, and just know, you know, those backfires are going to suck. Because yes, there is people lying, and your masculine is holding up a mask to protect you, not even to protect themselves. They're doing it to protect you. I just feel very stern with that. Like the masculine wants to tell the feminines, like, especially if you have a very strong 5D connection. They want you to know someone is lying. You know who they are. There is a blessing coming and involved tiger energy. You will receive a letter, possibly from another feminine, about a light-complected man under 40. Oh, yeah, I can see that one too. Don't allow it to get out of your energy. Yeah, don't be like me and become hot-headed about everything either. Definitely stay humble. So yes, after I'm done with the readings, I love to go back and watch and read the comments. So I will be doing that because the comments disappear after I stop the live reading. So I will be getting back to those comments. And if I feel anything that's needing to be said, yeah, well, I can already see some that maybe needs certain things that need to be said. I will put my input on after I finish, okay? So if you don't mind just sitting with me till the end of this, and then I will go through and read all of that and I will express. Okay, cool. So let's see. What else can I do for you feminines? Anything else? Nope, I think that's it. Okay. Patience and observe. Did we just get those? No, it was observe and then it was number 2 and then number 1. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to leave that there then. Yeah, and that's perfect. Okay. Because this is 6 and 1. So for you feminines, there could be a big significance when it comes to the number 6. So this could be about dealings when it comes to people of your past, and to have patience through this. Better things are coming in. Greater things are coming in. Okay. Keep being a fearless warrior, but don't overuse your energy too much. You don't need to fight too much. The universe helps all that happen. Just keep, in a sense, fighting inside of yourself and being positive with yourself and your communication. You got this. I know this obstacle is hard. We will figure this out. You allow yourself maybe contemplation on trying to figure things out, but don't rattle your whole brain and life over trying to figure things out, because I'm very much like that. And it will not give you a conclusion, okay? When you let it go is usually when you start finding conclusions about it. When you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess the conclusion will come when it comes. And then usually it comes. Depending if you're not lying to yourself about while you're saying it. So yourself knows when yourself is lying to yourself, okay? All right, so. Oh, look at that. We got a kingfisher and woodpecker. Sweet. All right. I love those cards. Okay, so let's get through. Number 6. Patience. There we go. Something greater. Live your life as a fearless warrior who sees the world as being much greater than yourself. Be humble and patient, having faith in something more. As a bird soars high above for greater vision, we too should attempt to soar and see the larger picture we are all a part of. What can be greater than a winged one who flies thousands of miles a year in expression of its true nature? Would you go to the ends of the earth to find your true self? Imagine the courage and tendency of that tiny beating heart, always in search of something greater, the purest nectar of nature. Do you recognize this in yourself? And then we have observe. Oh, and they're both hummingbirds. The hummingbirds have a strong message for you. Yeah, because we just read this. Yep, and it is a hummingbird because this is even talking about the hummingbird too. Yep, okay. A great teaching is in watching your mind process and do nothing at all. Oh, wow, we get this one a lot, don't we, guys? Be a stalker of the mind. Watch thoughts passing by with no judgment or moral concept. The knack of meditation and the rest of the warrior spirit is to simply watch. For example, to observe this painting, feel the tone of the colors, experience the passion behind the ancient symbols, and move into the spiritual from which it was created. Sense the movement of air from the hummingbird's wings and the impeccability of its nature. He is a great warrior beyond compare, as are you. Hummingbirds are extremely territorial, passionately defending their airspace. Medicine bundles are symbols reminding the owner of proper thought and action. As guardians of our airspace, we too must exude the passion, grace, and beauty of the hummingbird. Number 18, Kingfisher. Beautiful card. I love this one. 18. Okay, cool. Flip right to it. All right. I am Kingfisher, master of the deep. I am trivial of the past. I am seeker of the unknown. I am the one you send into the darkest waters of the mind. I am discovery. I am the extraction of what hinders movement. I am restoration. You have hidden something beneath your surface. I will release you from what ties you to the bottom. Things must come to light now. Indecision must be washed away. I am the promise of new warmth and abundance. I am the one who restores the calm. There is no greater catharsis than the renewal of consciousness. You are release. You are claimer of the dark waters. You are subconscious alignment. You are Kingfisher. And Woodpecker. And you know what? I know this keeps coming up my head because I'm pretty sure I said this in one of my videos, but one of the fortune cookies, I thought it said coscience, was a man's compass, and it actually says conscious was a man's compass. I was like, wow, I'm such a dork. So conscious is a man's compass. So I had to put that out there. You are release. You are the claimer of the dark waters. You are subconscious alignment. You are Kingfisher. All right. 38. Woodpecker. And it is the person you are thinking of right now. 38. I am Woodpecker, the rhythm of the ancients and the heartbeat of the earth. I am drummer. I am the percussion of life. I am the one who digs deep and finds the secrets hidden within. I am in tune with the world and allow my echoes to lead me to the hearts of others. I can dread up those things forgotten. I can call out that which hides. Know that everything has a time, a beat of its own. Know that there are always more layers beneath the surface. I have come to change the pace and alert you to something new on the horizon. Align yourself now with what needs to be rather than what has fallen out of sync. Look to where your heart pulls you and let it play out. Find the new beat of your life. There is great power in realignment. You are captivating sound. You are the energy of vibration. You are connection, and you are Woodpecker. All right. So now I'm going to read my comments. Dum, dum. Okay. Letting go of devil energies has been plugged. Pretty good. That's really good. Going through a lot of letting go. That's awesome. Intruder, does that mean a person or a choice? The intruder one, I don't know if you're still there, but the intruder one, that it seems what it was showing to me that it's like a blessing in disguise person. The person seems like an intruder, but they're really not. Okay. And thank you all of y'all for listening. 100%. Okay. People on social media overwhelm me because I can see beyond their eyes. Yeah. Then it's like, allowing them to kind of like be who they are. I mean, in their own like level of development and spiritual practice that they're going through. So that helped me a lot to kind of keep that in mind. We are all not at the same level, but we're all in a sense on the same type of journey. It's just the same type of journey within ourselves. So yeah, that gets a little bit difficult. But I feel that you're definitely working with being able to balance a lot of that out with, skimming the surface and knowing when to dive deeper with some people, and knowing when to just kind of like keep distance from certain people because it's really not worth, the down tear of your energy. Okay. Oh, wow. I am so sorry. My condolences for your grandmother. I've been telling her for a year. I could feel something was wrong, but nothing was showing up in any of. I know. I hate that. Like I keep wondering how with our medical and it being so, we've progressed so much, but yet we somehow they miss a lot of these things. Or like I even have certain issues in my lower abdomen, and I've had it for years. And I told them, like, I go through extreme excruciating pains when I'm not even on my period, and this is not normal. And I was like, it's now becoming a chronic thing. And so it's like, and they'd tell you, oh, we don't see nothing. It's fine. You're going to be great. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So me having excruciating freaking pains in my lower abdomen is normal. Oh, thank you. No, I just don't have money to pay you to freaking do more tests to, do whatnot. I really feel that like the fact that in general, America literally only runs on money. Like it feels like to me, America only helps you unless you have money. And they'll help you just enough to make themselves not seem bad or neglectful towards their people when it comes to, I feel that's why we have food stamps. But but still people that really need somewhere to go, homes and whatnot, and everyone. And then, our government wants to complain about and make laws when it comes to homeless people, but yet you don't want to too much actually for real do something about it. So it's like, endocrine. Okay, yeah, I will. Thank you. Appreciate that. My masculine has a karmic feminine attached to him that throws curses and binding spells. I know she's doing it and am protected. Good. Always believe and feel and know in your soul and reassure yourself you are, okay? I think he's only just waking up. And he wouldn't believe me because of his ego and her spells, so I never bothered pushing in, which is good. You don't want to, because the only reason that is being allowed to be in cycle, I feel, because I feel like I saw that in our reading. I feel like the only reason that's happening is because the masculine wanted to see something, realize something, and that's why they allowed themselves to kind of end up in that kind of baby cycle, because it's going to wake them up to something even more. Okay. And they'll be able to help other people when they feel or believe they're in that type of cycle. Okay. Like bindings and spells to keep them from seeing things, understanding things, to keep their emotions, in the pits of darkness, and to not see beyond illusion. But that there's always a very specific reason as to why we also, because I believe when we reincarnate ourselves here, we lay out a specific contract, and then we do have choices to follow that contract or fall out of that contract. And so when we have a lot of awareness of certain things, that's part of our contract with that, to go through these certain obstacles or painful events that awakens more of our contract, the main contract that pulls us into our, gives us a self-awareness and understanding how to create our 10 of Cups, what our 10 of Cups for our own journey would be like. And so that's what I feel like, that's why a lot of the masculines are going through a lot of that. And they have to we have to let them find and see and go through it all for themselves. If we try to put our hand in it, usually it doesn't work, or it kind of backfires, or it could prolong the healing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love hummingbirds. Hummingbirds have been very prominent in the last few months when it comes to a lot of soul awakenings, nurturing your soul. I feel like it has a strong element when it comes to soul retrieval too, because of the way hummingbirds are. I heard or see something in like a book or something spiritual about hummingbirds, that they can fly in and out of the realm. So I don't know. I still would have to dig more into that, but I vaguely saw a little bit of something about that. All right. So awesome. Thank you so much for all of that. That was awesome. Thank you for sitting with me and listening. And I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all of you who all have been liking, sharing, subscribing. My heart goes out to you. Sharing, you never know who else that will see this and it'd be able to help them as well. Have a wonderful day. Love you. Thank you. Bye.